I'm kind of in a slump right now since most of my video ideas somehow involve a tinge of negativity, so I thought, what's a better idea for a positive video than talking about what I'm looking forward to this year? Judging by its internet traction, the most hype, I guess quote unquote, if you can technically count it as an animated film of 2024, is probably Sonic 3. And while there is currently no trailer or clips of it, I am greatly excited for it. It doesn't exactly matter to me if it's as serious as Adventure 2's premise demands it to be, but all I really want from it is to show Shadow's backstory as mature and dramatic as possible. I don't care if it frightens kids. These games have frightened us before, and they pay off, especially when kids grow up and look back to appreciate these serious subjects. But personally, The Wild Robot is something I am ecstatic about more. The animation is absolutely gorgeous, and it looks like it'll be a good mashup of WALL-E and Iron Giant. I'm hoping that the new My Next Life as a Villainess movie will get here soon, but in the meantime, I'm super excited. It's not one of my favorite anime because of how drawn out its actual story is, but I love the characters and how goofy and dumb they are, especially Katarina. Though, because I haven't actually finished the second season, I don't actually know if this movie will be fun filler, like Spy X Family, or an actual continuation of the series. I do kind of know how season 2 ends, but again, I kinda stopped halfway through in 2021. I've gone back and forth on Inside Out 2 in terms of if I'm looking forward to it or not. It's not one of my picks or favorites, but it is a truly excellent display of mental functions and mental health. The new emotions seem like a lot of fun, the suppressed emotion joke is really funny, and there does seem to be potential for more discussions of mental health, especially for teenagers. But looking at how they cut shame as a new emotion because it was too depressing to watch, I'm a bit wary. Chicken for Linda looks absolutely adorable and fun. I love how quirky the tone is and how beautiful the animation is. Mars Express was probably one of the most talked about non-anime foreign animated films of last year, aside from Robot Dreams. Oh yeah, Robot Dreams. Both of these movies look hella fun in their own respective ways. And yes, I am preparing myself for the feels when I eventually watch Robot Dreams. But another foreign film that I am really looking forward to watching is The Lovers, which doesn't have a release date and will probably take another year to get released, but I am so looking forward to this. A forbidden romance between a chef and a siren intertwined with body horror and psychedelic disturbing imagery. And it all looks so beautiful and compelling and pondering. This is something that I can guarantee I will love. The one thing my Filipino dad pointed out when describing this film was how typical this premise sounded for a body horror movie from the Philippines. So apparently this is just a common thing, and honestly I'm pretty tickled by that. A Few Moments of Cheers looks absolutely gorgeous. The 3D animation pops out with the lighting, the little sketch marks, the vibrant colors, everything. The character animation does look a little typical 3D anime, but nonetheless I am greatly excited, especially since the music sounds amazing. My one hope is that it's not a romance, but a sort of mother-son dynamic thing. The main bond is between a student and a teacher, so let's hope that my hopes aren't crushed. There isn't much information right now about In Waves release date wise, but I am super excited for it. I absolutely love the graphic novel, and I am fully prepared for my heart to shatter into pieces in the cosmic sights of existential dread. Trapezium looks pretty, cute, and contemplative. The synopsis alongside certain shots in the trailer feel like this would poke at the self-destructive ideals in dreaming to be an idol. The Glassworker finally got a trailer after all this time, and it looks absolutely stunning. I love the Ghibli-inspired animation, and the story looks like it'll be a mashup of cutesy and wholesome, meditative, and devastating in emotion, and an anti-war film in favor of humanity and art, which is pretty Ghibli-esque. Look Back looks like a beautiful, wholesome, and emotionally heavy friendship story. I'm very excited to get my heart destroyed. Kind of a common feeling I have toward a lot of these movies. My Oni Girl is from the same studio behind Drifting Home, A Whisker Away, and Penguin Highway, so obviously I'm looking forward to it, though it does seem a bit more generic than their other movies, but the main two look like they'll have a pretty entertaining and cute bond together. The Concierge looks super quirky and adorable and fun and wholesome. Looks like some sweet serotonin will be necessary after looking at all the other movies that had seemingly depressing elements. The Storm looks cute, Ultraman Rising looks cute, Dragon Keeper looks cute but underwhelming. The Colors Within is my most hype movie of 2024. It looks incredible. Naoko Yamada is my favorite director, and all of her movies deal with elements of music, self-identity, friendship, existentialism, communication, self-worth, humanity, coming of age, and stunning beauty. This movie looks like it'll be a perfect mesh of all of them. And honestly, this is looking like one of my absolute favorites of all time and maybe even of the decade. I need this to get here now. As for shows that I'm looking forward to, I'll check out A Sign of Affection eventually. Gigi Harum looks adorable. Senpai is an Otokono is about a bi girl falling in love with a feminine presenting guy, so that sounds cute. And Re:Zero Season 3 is finally coming. I've heard that Knuckles wasn't great, but I'll check it out soon. And admittedly, I have not seen Hazbin Hotel yet. As for what I have watched, or what I am watching right now, the third season of Sound Euphonium is off to a fantastic start. I absolutely love this series. In fact, it's probably in my top 5 now, and if it sticks the landing in a way that blows my expectations out of the water, we might have a contender for favorite show of all time. The new Spy X Family movie was absolutely wonderful, easily my favorite movie of 2024 so far. It gives a significant moment to all of the Forgers, and I love how their respective tones are radically different in the climax. Yor is still my favorite character in the show, and this is just a ball of wholesome and badass fun. There was a new episode of Kirby Guardian that was pretty cute and fun. I still recommend this series wholeheartedly to those who still haven't seen it. Very recently, I just watched The Missing, which is a Filipino animated film that was the biggest recommendation out of anything in the animation Discord server I'm a part of, and for good reason. It is very, very good. A very excellent film that is low-key, emotionally devastating, horrific, and also charming at some points, about a mouthless guy running away from aliens. It sounds goofy, but the reason why is very disturbing. I didn't realize until after the 2023 show video that Molly McGee actually got screwed over. I am livid at Disney for limiting the vision of their creators, because you can see the pieces of how long they wanted this show to go on, and I don't want to be done with this colorful ball of a show. But I'm really happy with how they managed to cap it off. After a semi-underwhelming penultimate episode, it had a perfect series finale that might actually be my favorite finale out of any Western cartoon. I don't know, it just hit me in all of the emotional beats that I hoped it would, and I kinda wanna make a whole video about Molly McGee now. There have been times when it was too silly or kind of annoying, but it always had its heart in the right place, being about family, friends, and community. But one of my favorite things to have happened this year so far that I recommend to everyone is Whisper Me a Love Song. It perfectly captures my personal aesthetic. Queer romance, guitars, rock bands, introspective conversations about the nature of love and human connection, and actually going out and spending time together. Though that third episode is a pretty big nosedive in quality. So what are you looking forward to in 2024, and what shows or movies have you watched this year? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thank you for watching, and catch you next time.